sure you saw that more shootings happened over the last few days in Philadelphia, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Phoenix, Arizona. The guns going off. So, you know, the denial is there. And it ties back to the insurrection. It ties to the NRA. It ties to Trump. It ties to a lot of that. It ties to Biden. It ties to a whole lot of the stuff that goes on. They're not going to do nothing. I wonder how long do they think they can just sit there and act like they don't see the bed is wet. They just figure, well, maybe the air blow it to the left. I turn the fan on to the right, it'll blow it out. This is what they do here in America with 3Ks. Denial about racism, denial about violence. And all this stuff's coming to a head. And during a pandemic, still that's still very much alive. And still doing shortages, which is impacting groceries and places. Still with gasoline and inflation and all this stuff. All this stuff going on. And they're trying to look the other way. But how much time can you keep on looking the other way? Guns have always been a part of America. I saw the Philadelphia, I think she was speaking. I said, this ain't nothing new. Philly's an old gangster town. What you expect? Mobsters run that, all that stuff. Chattanooga, Tennessee, Clans area, Phoenix, good old boy. I mean, come on now. This ain't nothing new. They've been trying to sweep stuff under the carpet for so long that the debris is tearing their nostrils up. It looks like they've been snorting cocaine because their nostrils is from pores of lion. The bottom line is this: there's too much money involved. You talk about you know, stock market and all this different thing that are going on with these investments. Well, the NRA's got investment, crypto and all that. NRA's got investments with everything you can imagine. So, you know, they are invested. So they own a lot of everything that you see. But to find out is how you could unravel. They won't do that. Politicians are bought and paid hired hands to sit there and take it. They sit there to take it. It's so deep that that's what it is. See, they have allowed America to destroy its own self. And when it becomes just the suburban, when it comes to ghetto and hoods, it's cool, but the burbs get hit. So it's just one of them things that you're going to keep on seeing these copycats. I personally believe it's white militia, white nationalists, white terrorists. I believe in America, that's what it is. I think that what you saw at the insurrection was just a small step of a certain frustration and anger, which is geared at the wrong situation, because it's still a white man's country. I don't care what nobody says, and I say that ain't look. I don't need no white acceptance. I ain't trying to. I'm just telling you how the laws are ran. I'm telling you how they operate. If it was not the case, we wouldn't have to deal with the police acting all funky and janky and racist and being, slave catchers. Now, would we? Or the justice system, or all these places that can still identify you as black and stop you cold with systematic institutionalized racism. That's all done on purpose. The guns are created for an agenda. They put things in places to keep things at a certain volume because this is what they offshoot. They don't want peace. They don't want justice. They want the dysfunction because that's how America was built. So when someone sits there and says, well, this ain't nothing new. If you know anything about history and you go to school and you claim to be a journalist or something, you know good and well from Abraham Lincoln to John F. Kennedy to Ronald Reagan, there were shots fired. And other people in between that stood up for something. Dr. King, Malcolm X. And before people say, well, Malcolm with a black on black, well, how do you think it got there? Because there was no white protection. They was done that on purpose through government. So that all thing with wiretap and everything that goes on is done on purpose. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and this is what they want. Violence and racism hand in hand. And they do this, and these places rounding up with more guns, ain't nothing new. I'm out.